So to start with the rumors thing out, that there might be a second lockdown, they say
Yeah.
it's highly unlikely, because now look at where COVID found us in our country. COVID found us like at the break of winter,
Yeah.
and COVID is very strong, or we are vulnerable to it during cold season.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the symptoms, your flu and whatnot,
Fever.
coughing, they come during winter.
Yeah.
So now that's when there's a high chance of it. So the reason why they're saying there might be a second wave is because of what's happening in other countries.
In the
If you
northern
look at your
hemisphere,
your Europe and your America,
Yeah.
when it's winter for them, for us it's summer.
Yeah.
So by the time us it was like high, or it had started, for them it was still summer.
Okay.
So the peak that is coming is their peak, because
Yeah.
now as we stand right now, we're approaching summer, they're
Yeah.
approaching winter.
Yeah.
And it's going to be very hard for them to maintain it now. Hence why they need to lock down again.
Yeah.
For us, we're in summer. Like there possibly won't be any need to have a certain lockdown, because there won't be another wave, so to say. But they're expecting it, but it won't be as big as they projected, so to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our government, on the other hand, they are not taking initiative from a leader's point of view. Because if you are a shepherd, you don't listen to what the sheep say in order for you to do something. You do something that you feel like is in the best interest for the sheep,
Yeah.
So, which is why for them, they're more or less waiting to see what other countries are going to do. If they wanted to have a lockdown, they would have had a lockdown. But they're still waiting for other countries to do. I was watching a video, Trevor Noah, the Daily Show, this morning. They were talking about the whole COVID. Sure, they were talking about the whole COVID. He said that Lesotho had a lockdown before they even had a single case.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Us, we had a case, but they didn't have a lockdown. They waited to see what other countries.
Those cases were not managed.
What those countries were doing. Only after other countries started locking down did we lock down. We sort of just said, Corona, lockdown.
Yeah.
So, but now the whole thing, the relief funds or the money for corruption, man. We live in a country that is high in
the cancer of our country.
High in corruption, high in nepotism. So like now, when you put those things together, it's a mess. Everyone wants to benefit. It's not even a matter of there are people who need these. People lost their jobs. People thinking, they can't think for other people, because now they want to benefit themselves first. Politics in South Africa, that's why I don't even want to be part of politics. Because politics is more of a self-beneficiary thing.
Yeah, the way
no one joins politics to say, I want to change the world. I want to change the country. Otherwise, we wouldn't have a single place or a village that doesn't have water, if that was the case.
Right. And that's like a basic need.
It's basic.
You're gonna wait for Angelina Jolie to come to. I just feel like African leaders. You're gonna wait for Angelina Jolie to come to Africa to come and provide water
while we have the resources. I mean, what else? What do we need? King is we don't have.
That's a shame.
South Africa, we have everything. You will hear people saying, "Hey, no electricity." You have to wait for Acorn to come to Africa to give electricity. How?
That's basic. We are not talking about. I don't know.
We're not saying give people cars.
Basic stuff.
Food, water. But I guess it's just that people get into politics to benefit themselves. Because they know even after I'm out, I'm still sorted. You get into politics, you make connections, and then when you get out, you still have those connections.
Do you think it's more of like a poverty mentality, but at higher level, at
sure.
Leadership?
Everyone is fighting against poverty. Truth be told, we are we're coming from a disadvantaged background, and now we want to get there, And honestly speaking, one of the ways to get there is through politics. You become a president, you get a salary for life. You become a minister. I'm not sure about ministers as well, but you get a salary that will, if you are out of the position, you are well off. You're done, you're well off.
Like being a member of parliament.
Exactly, you get paid.
A lot.
They get millions. Imagine getting $1 million for being a member of parliament.
Sitting there playing Candy Crush.
So it's more for them. But then at the same time, they want to make their voice heard in an initiative point of view. We secured 500 billion, but what are you going to do with it? What's going to happen? PPE, people chowing money, like left, right, and center. Like, I heard about that scandal, politicians who were actually taking the food parcels that they were giving. Apparently, some guy was caught with the food parcels offloading the truck at his place. So
that's so embarrassing.
Think about it. There are people who sleep on empty stomachs when you're taking the food parcels.
That's food. Stealing money is another thing, but that's food, dude. How do you steal food that's I don't know like what the Bible says about like these kinds of things, but I'm sure there's plenty of passages where like people like this are going to like reap the rewards.
Sure.
So speaking about rewards and like Ramaphosa being at the helm and these arrests that are happening, do you think, or like as a person who's also in like a legal background, these people are going to be like prosecuted and put away?
Well, if there's a basis for it, yes. But speaking of investigation, something I don't really believe in is the commission of inquiry. For me, it's just a waste of money.
Yeah, and I hear this thing costs like so much.
A lot of money. Yeah. And how many people do you know who's been arrested because of that? I don't even know.
So far, I don't know.
These people who are getting arrested are outside of the whole inquiry. They never appear. Except Ace now, But other than that, other people, they just get arrested because the Hawks have investigated. Literally. All they had to do was take those funds from the commission, give them to the Hawks.
Yeah.
Hire more people to do investigations.
Yeah.
A lot of people would have been arrested by now, but then because now I feel like we're directing the funds to the wrong places, we're using a wrong approach, especially one that is in the public eye. It's quite wrong. It's not wrong, but it's not the approach I would have taken if I was.
Because it even cost a lot.
It cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Money that could have went to a lot of good cause,
Is it in Saudi Arabia or what, where they said the president found like a smallest source or like just small corruption, bro? Like it wasn't a lot, and I think he like fired the whole cabinet and like there's no corruption in that country, bro. Like corruption is like the taboo. Don't do it. So I think you should go like
I should check it out and look at it.
But like these Middle East countries, like he was like, no, not here.
They don't tolerate it.
There's that thing of accountability. If you're going to fire the whole cabinet, if I see you doing corruption, I'm gonna point you out because I still want my job. That kind of thing.
So it's like if you knew someone was doing something wrong and you don't report them, you are as guilty. So
which is true.
I forgot what it's called. Something accountability.
Yeah, which is true. Since we're running out of time now, you incorporate and then the whole article with is that the Rubias or what? How's that thing? The rubies or what?
The rebus.
The rebus, yeah. How do you come to like write that article?
So the rebus is it's South Africa's biggest legal journal, so to say.
Yeah.
So basically what happened was what they do is they publish like works of legal practitioners or lawyers or whatnot.
Yeah.
That they feel like would be beneficial for them. So they have this thing, or every month they release an issue, like an online magazine type of thing,
Yeah.
And also they put it on their website.
Yeah.
So what happened was, I just saw an article of some guy who wrote it, and I was reading.
Yeah.
And I figured, okay, I like writing. I always write. If I see something on TV, in the newspapers, or wherever that interests me, I just start writing.
Yeah.
And then I just put it away and like I'll see what I can do with it one day.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know. But then someone informed me that you can actually submit your articles to the rebels. And then because the rebels they take articles, but then they have to scrutinize them and look if they are good and if they are something that aligns to what they're trying to achieve. As an association. So I submitted my article. I submitted 2 actually.
Yeah.
But they only took 1. So then they told me, no, we want to publish your article. I'm like, oh, okay. So now they had to send me these questionnaires. I had to take oaths that I didn't steal the work from anyone, make declarations and whatnot.
Yeah.
So and then they looked at it. They looked at it and like, yeah, it's fine. We'll publish it. We'll send you a copy. Unfortunately, I don't have a copy here because I can't say they must send it here because it's on my home. They sent it home. But and then it was published. The 1st of November, I think.
And I bet as like someone who's a writer or who loves writing, it's like an achievement.
Oh, it is.
To have your
not even just about writing, like some in the legal field, getting something like that is.
Yeah, and I can even see like
it's the highlight of my year.
Smile on your face.
Sure.
So,
for me, it was the highlight of my year.
Tell us a little bit more about the piece and what it was talking about. I read the piece, but they're just
sure. So the piece is it's called tenants being robbed of their rental deposits.
Yeah.
So as you know, if you are someone who rents a residential area per se, you have to pay a deposit before you move in. So basically, what I'm addressing is the issue of interest. So when you deposit your money, or when you give your landlord deposit, your landlord has to take that money and invest it. And by the end of your contract, they have to give back your deposit with interest. But landlords, what they do, because they know that you don't know about this thing, when you give them the deposit, when you're done, they give you back the deposit without the interest. So basically, that's what it was about.
Wow, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So, is there a way, or is there like a legal way that you can approach getting your deposit back with?
No, you just call them, or send an email, and ask them. You have a right to actually ask them how much interest have you accumulated so far.
So is it every landlord who invested, or other landlords don't know that they can invest the money?
Some of them don't know as well, but you are entitled to it.
Okay.
That is according to legislation.
Okay, I see. So for if you moved into a complex or whatever where you paid the deposit, but the landlord didn't invest it,
you still claim it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter because most of the time they put it in the contract, or they are supposed to put it in the contract that it must accumulate interest. Even if they don't, legislation will protect you to say, no, this is what you're supposed to do. Because now, as a landlord, you can't just draft a contract without consulting an attorney because it's a legal binding agreement. So you need to be advised. So what should I put in here? What shouldn't I put in here? But the most disappointing thing is that even some lawyers don't know that it's supposed to be there. Because the whole rental situation, it's a property specialty. When you find that the person doesn't do property work, doesn't do agreements, doesn't do lease, in their practice, so it would make sense why they wouldn't know such. But it's mandatory to have it.
So it's like it's of great advantage to move into a building that invests that money or the deposit.
So even if you're moving into a building there, and then you sign in the contract and you see it's out there, you can raise it. Or why isn't it there? Because it's supposed to be there.
Wow.
But if you want to be smart about it, you will leave it and then wait till the end. And it's supposed to be there. But now it causes complications. So it's better to just raise it at the beginning if you know about it.
Yeah, man, as we are going towards the end, thank you for the whole contract thing, though. Like, I read the article, but I think that went over my head. Because, like, it's legal jargon. Social media. So, like, I follow you on social media. And, like, many times where I see you tweet, like, you offer, like, women, dude. You offer, I don't know, like, if I can say more feminist side of things. Like, what's about that?
Because honestly speaking, I feel like women go through a lot of stuff more than we do as men. And we overlook that as people because we think they can take it. You can go through your periods, you can go through labor, you can take it. That's the kind of thinking we have at the back of our minds, especially as men who are coming from a background of a men should be, exercise authority over women. So now you tend to overlook women or look down on women rather, and you think, it's not a big deal. Like shaming a woman in public is not a big deal. That kind of thinking is the kind of thinking that a lot of people practice. And I'm not someone who likes to be associated or aligned with that. There's some things I would tweet, and then if say I'm advocating for women, and then someone comments like, "Oh, it's not a big deal," I will not respond. Like I just literally sometimes I'll even follow you or block you. Because I don't want to see myself associated with such.
Or having
because they'd be like, "Hey, we saw you entertaining someone." Like
ideologies.
I just
having those
myself.
ideologies on your timeline.
So it's not a matter of I'm just posting about women. I like posting about women because I know what women go through. I see a lot of my friends and family go through those things, and I feel like as men, we like posting. That's all we talk about. We don't talk about protecting women and children. We don't talk about standing up for them. We don't talk about putting their interests first. Yeah. It's always about us.
Yeah.
And we are heard. That's the thing. Yeah. If we speak out, we are heard. But if a woman speaks out,
the likelihood are very low.
Like, well, she's being dramatic. She's on her period. She's moody. Stuff like that. But if a man says something, we're like, no, like, we hear you. What are you saying? What are you trying to say? You're communicating. What are you saying? Regardless of what it is, what are you talking about, yourself or other women, they will listen to you.
Yeah, that's true. Like, even if you're I don't know, you're showing emotions or something like that, they'll say, stop acting like a girl.
Sure. Sure. They won't say a man.
I hate that. I hate that part. I'm not too much on or maybe it's not being educated enough about like feminism and stuff. But like when it comes to men not or being restricted from showing emotion or any type of weakness, no, I'm against that.
Sure, that's part of the reason why I actually started my blog.
Oh, you have a blog?
Sure. Yeah. So basically, my blog is called Spoken by Men.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Sure. So, but I haven't been quite focusing on it. I just moved a bit away from it for a bit. So basically, it's more of we live in a society where men don't quite, or men aren't supposed to speak up. Men just, you keep it here.
Yeah.
If you are in your feelings, don't do that. If you are going through something, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
A man can't have anxiety. A man can't have depression.
A
man can't cry. Those kind of stuff. When you start showing your feelings or your soft side of it, they say you're weak.
You're weak, yeah.
But if you are a woman, you can do that because that's who you are. But that's not who you are as a man, which is quite weird. So basically, in the blog, I just address things that men don't want to talk about, things that men are afraid to admit. Hence spoken by a man.
Yeah.
So that's that.
That's so dope, dude. I think I need to check it out because I hold the same ideologies.
Sure.
Same. Because the more you're not being listened to, it's the more you're gonna have like your double HP case.
Sure.
People who, and I think now it's getting louder because a lot of celebrities are like going through it and then they end up committing suicide. And I think you can't really appreciate someone passing away, but I'm glad that it's happening and celebrities are talking about it so that people can talk about it and see like depression is a huge thing in the gender of males, So I think I need to like check out the blog for myself.
No, of course.
And then, like what I see with a lot of feminists on Twitter, Twitter is like becoming this whole world of its own. Twitter back in 2012 or whatever when I joined, and Twitter now it's not the same, bro. It's Twitter's like its own monster now.
Sure.
Like it's like you can't control it. You can't influence it like Instagram, but there's a thing, the hashtag men are trash that's like going around a lot. And I kind of understand where it's coming from.
Sure.
And then, like Black Lives Matter. All lives matter. So it essay is like men are trash, not all men,
Yeah.
So like as a person who's like who subscribed to feminism, how can you shed light to men to actually understand the men are trash movement and actually do better? And maybe as you talk about it, you can also cover like the GBV pandemic or epidemic that's sweeping through our country,
So the reason why people always want to isolate themselves from being classified as men are trash, for example, is because you don't know the reason behind it. You don't know the experiences behind why people say such. For me, when someone says men are trash, I always agree. Like men are trash, I agree. Why? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There aren't a lot of instances where you can say women are trash, or there aren't instances where you can say before men are trash, because there's a lot. Now we can't get to a point where we're saying some men are trash, because this behavior is continuing and it's done by who? By men. So now if we try to be defensive and advocate for some men are trash, because not some of us, we don't do that. How are we gonna learn? How are you gonna teach your brother to say, "Boy, and don't put your hands on a woman. Don't be abusive. Don't do 1, 2, 3." When you're saying some, because at the back of his mind, he's gonna say, "I'm not trash. I'm not trash." And then when he comes into face with a situation whereby he's gonna put himself in that class, he won't think twice, because he says he's not trash. He's gonna do it. He's gonna put his hands on. But now, if you say I'm trash, and I accept I'm part of the class of men that has failed the society. I'm part of the class of men that have failed women. Because why? We rape women, we beat women. So I'm part of that. Whenever you face a situation whereby you want to lay your hand on a woman, you won't. Because why? You know you are trash. Because why? The reason, but the first thing to change, or the first step to change, is to accept the situation. Now let's accept that we are trash. Let's accept that we are failed women. Now let's correct it. But then now, if you sitting in a position whereby when I've done nothing wrong, you have nothing to fix. Even if it's just a seed that was planted by your friend beating up his girlfriend, and you're quiet, it's gonna grow. Because you're consistently keeping quiet. You're consistently not supporting the movement. You're consistently letting your friend, or being friends with someone who says, "I'm supposed to put my hands on a woman so that she must respect me. I'm a man," and stuff like that. You're not moving in the same direction as us. Because we move in that way. Men are trash, or someone. We move in that way. Black Lives Matter. You move in this way. There's no way you're gonna see the problem, because you think there is no problem. So if there's no problem, how on earth are you gonna see it when you face it? You understand? So that's ideally how I feel. But at the same time, let's not put a blind eye to the whole GBV also coming from women. Because there are men who go through things at the hands of women, but then we don't see them. Why? Because if I go to the police station, got my girlfriend beat me, they will laugh at me.
Which is super
and
wrong.
If you look at it, you think, "Oh no, man, that's a scar to my masculinity. Like it's gonna ruin my reputation as a man if I do that, And then now what do? I sit home and suffer in silence. That's when the whole anxiety and depression comes in. It starts eating you.
Or you retaliate, but just because you're doing it from a place of hurt,
it doesn't mean it's right.
And you can even make things severe, because you're coming from a place of being hurt by this person, so I'm retaliating in a way I can even injure or just kill them.
So for me, even the whole GBV thing, I feel like it's become a big issue because we don't treat it from the start. We say we're grown up, then we kids, like in high school, and then a girl just swears at you are club. She's not gonna go to the police station. She's just gonna walk home and cry, And then, as your friends, we laugh, ha 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 ha. It's very funny, because we aren't taught to say, "Don't put your hands on a woman." We're just taught to say, "Hey, stand your ground. You're a man. Don't let anyone disrespect you." Those kind of things. There's certain values that we miss the lessons of growing up, and when we grow up and become adults, they are a norm to us.
Like deep.
I know people who say, "Nah, a woman shouldn't disrespect me. Now I'll trap you." And then you hear that coming from a guy, and then you think,
and he's so confident.
No, he's so confident, like he sees nothing wrong with it, or like, like I need to move away from such. I used to have a friend who used to do that, and I cut him off. I told him the reason I'm cutting you off because of this. I don't tolerate that. It's toxic. Because now, if I'm okay with you doing it, it means I may as well just do it as well. But then apparently he stopped. That's what he said. I don't know if it's true. But he says he stopped. He hasn't done it and so on. So we recently reconnected him and I. Because of the whole thing. So for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't tolerate people who look at women and children and undermine them, all because I'm a man. And to an extent whereby you would exercise abuse on them and still be okay with it. And you see nothing wrong with hitting a woman. You see nothing wrong with forcing yourself on a woman. You see nothing wrong with subjecting them to an abusive authority, all in the name of "I'm a man." You know, it's wrong for me, and I honestly don't support such.
Yeah. So the biggest cause is just like toxic masculinity and culture, tradition and all these things. Yeah, I agree with you. It's a conversation that like really needs to be had.
Yeah, we need to have
we need to like stop like when we are hanging out, because like this is also like a hangout for us, because like there's so many things that I've picked up and I've learned, and I need to go and research them and understand them better for myself. But like we need to stop talking about like useless things when we're hanging out as men, and talk about these things and do better, like we really need to do better, because the stats are shocking, man.
Yeah,
and they're going up every year. They're shocking. So yeah, man, this was dope. I think we can end it here, unless like you had something to like shed light on for the audience of the pod.
Not really. For me, it's more like all I have to say is be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Always be honest with your intentions. If you want something, get it. If you want something, speak out. Protect your best interest, and I think that's more or less it.
That's dope, bro. You're so wise, man. I don't know if you know that. You're so wise, and I never like sat with you like this. Sure. Like we always hung out, but you
not
know,
like this.
It's not like this. Like I was telling you about a guy. I think he's also like in your circle. That,
sure.
I started talking to him on WhatsApp, and I feel like I need to have him on the show, because you guys are so wise. You know, this is the circle that I want to see myself in. So I want us to play a game before we leave. Do you like games?
Yeah, of course.
So this one is not a hectic one.
What's it called?
Who would you hang out with?
Oh, okay.
Who would you hang out with what they do, like their lifestyle? It's not like you will be choosing what you guys will be doing, So when you are looking at them, their lifestyles, who would you choose to go do those type of things that you see them do? Yeah. So the first one is who would you hang out with? And you also have to give like the reason why. It can be short. The reason.
Oh, okay.
Who would you hang out with between DJ Zintle and Bonang?
I'd say DJ Zintle.
What?
Because she's family orientated. And not saying that Bonang isn't someone who would be, but as it stands right now, she's more family orientated than lifestyle orientated.
Yeah. Did you hear about that CEO getting a stake of some
champagne company?
Yeah. That's boss move.
Yeah,
that's boss move.
Sure.
Man. I like how when women, I don't know if it's something that you've seen. I like how when women. I was reading an article this week saying women are the major or agenda that's leading the property industry. That's making big moves. I was like, I didn't know, because women are not like men. You won't see a lady taking 100 rand note, lighting up a cigar with it to just show flex. And I feel like I really like how women are like bossing up, like DJ Zintle like this, and just being quiet about it. You won't see her do a Casper Joves.
No, a movie. No, she would.
I really like that. So big up to the ladies, man. Number 2, who'd you hang out with between Nasty C and Aries?
Definitely Nasty C.
What?
And I'm a huge fan of Nasty C.
Yeah.
And not just because he makes good music, but because he's also humble. He's probably the most humble artist in South Africa. Okay, after AKA. No, not AKA, KO. Sorry.
Oh yeah, KO.
Yeah, KO is sure. Yeah. I was having a conversation with someone saying KO is someone who is literally humble to the point you won't even know whether he has kids, whether he's married or whatnot.
Where he lives.
Sure, you won't. And what he drives, I don't even know what he drives.
I hear he's super intelligent too.
Sure.
I hear he's like super smart.
So yeah,
so when I was like making this game up, I was thinking like, though Aries, he looks like, okay, he's a good rapper and stuff. I like his music. But like hanging out with him looks like it would be such a bore, dude.
Yeah, I met him once, man. And this was back in Turf.
Really?
Yeah, we were hosting Mr. and Miss UL show. He was one of the performers. So dope. I met him there. But he looks like he's someone who's always, He's reserved. He's chilled and all.
He looks like an introvert.
Yeah, but then I see him in pictures. He's smoking. He's doing 1, 2, 3. So I don't think I'll be good. He would be good company for me.
Yeah.
So but I prefer someone like Nassisi, because hearing what Nassisi says in interviews and whatnot, you can tell. No, this guy is actually smart. This guy is actually intelligent. He's wise. You could learn a thing or two from him. He's a visionary.
Number 3, who would you hang out with between Somizi and Zoto Bantu?
Definitely Somizi.
It's like you choosing the first option.
Okay, so why Somizi, man?
Yeah.
Somizi has a lot to say.
He
has a lot to say. He is someone who is wise. Like I always like watching his Instagram videos because he's someone you can hear him even if you're someone who watches Idols. I don't watch Idols. I just watch him on YouTube. But when he's judging, you can hear what he's saying.
The empathy.
So for me, on Zodo's side, the only thing I've heard Zodo say is about boyfriend Ben 10s, and I'm not about to be, talking about the Ben 10 and whatnot. So it's just that for me. It's not even that deep. It's just that.
And so maybe it looks like or sounds like he has a lot of experience too.
He does.
Yeah, in the
Sarafina
game.
Days,
And he's such a dope guy. There's a place in Braamfontein called the Great Dane. I don't know if you know it. It's like a clubbish vibes. I once found him there. Dope guy, bro. He just hangs out in any circle. But he doesn't want to take pictures. Like he's with the picture, he'll hug you, he'll develop the pictures because he was sloshed, but you can see the eyes. The super slush, but he looks like
I've never met him actually.
Did you hear about that whole he stole the cooking show idea
from who?
It's like some guy back. I don't know which year, but it's a long time ago. Came to him with the idea for that cooking is so easy. Like it's like I want to do this, but a celebrity should do it, whatever. And then they couldn't do it then, but then Somizi did it now, and he cut out the guy he didn't like. And then that's where people's like, but it's on him. There's an importance of NDA.
Inside NDA,
So I think there were no NDAs, and I think they're taking him to court or something.
But you probably sue him.
And I think he's gonna win it.
So like the whole Facebook thing, I think there was no NDA there. But you saw what happened. They still won.
They won. They pay what do you call a settlement?
They settled.
Out of court or whatever. So we have 3 left. Who would you hang out with? Who's this? What did I write here? Oh, between Trevor and Black Coffee. Trevor Noah.
This is Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I needed to. Like, who do you put next to Trevor though? Like, yeah, it's tough.
I'll take Trevor.
Yeah.
Because he's number one, he's funny, And Trevor is smart. Not a lot of people know this, but Trevor's very intelligent.
Yeah.
Like he's well spoken
too.
Sure, he's well spoken.
Staunch Christian.
Like he looks like someone you can sit the whole day with and talk to.
And
not even about comedy, but just about life in general. If you watch Trevor Noah's videos when he used to do stand-up, does he still do stand-up comedy?
Yeah, but I think it's that
son of Patricia.
That one.
Sure.
He just does that one
in a while. Sure. So if you watch his videos now, you can tell that this guy is not just making jokes of people. For every joke he tells, he has a storyline to tell.
Wisdom behind it.
He touches that topic. He'll tell about finance. He'll tell about politics. Tell about all these kinds. I like someone who will come here and start teasing the crowd. Hey, big nose. Hey. Those kind of stuff. Like he makes smart jokes.
Yeah.
Kind of like American jokes. When someone makes a joke, you have to think about it.
Yeah.
You're like,
And you get it when you're at home.
And then you start laughing later. Those are the kind of things I want. So that's why I would hang out with
Trevor.
Yeah.
And I think he's also down to earth, like super super chill. Because I saw that Twitch. He was playing FIFA with what you call. Casper Newvest.
Sure.
Like, who hangs out like that, man? Trevor in his hoodie. It's like, he doesn't even go out. Yeah, and he's super humble.
Sure.
Number 5, who would you hang out with between Costa Titch and Focalistic?
I'll definitely hang out with Little. I don't know focalistic.
I once heard this other joke that said, you know, girls, when they know celebrities,
they'll call them by the name.
They'll be seeing the celebrity on TV. It was like, oh, you know, David.
Who's David now?
Who's David? Oh, Nesty sees David. No. Oh, his name is Little.
Yeah, Little. So I'd hang out with focalistic.
How do you know like his real name?
I heard it from someone who went to high school with him.
Oh, okay.
So they did the exact same thing. Oh, Little. Yeah. I'm like, huh? Little, like, yeah. So basically, yeah, reason why is not because I prefer him over. It's just that I've never listened to Costa's music.
Oh, yeah.
So I've never, like, I only heard one song. What's this song? Tembi. Is it Tembi or?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's the only song I've heard. I've never heard him like speak or have,
in
like,
interviews
a conversation and stuff.
So,
but the reason why I'd hang out with Focus because he looks like he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he's that one of those guys who used to be shy but now are popular because of music, you know,
which not arrogant.
Sure, which at the same time kind of I see myself because of the whole shy thing, not the whole popular. I'm not popular like him though, famous anything. But
are you popular on the Twitter streets though? Okay, let me not say popular. Maybe your idea of popular is big. In my world, you are. You know.
Okay.
In my world, you are. I never actually watched. I know the music though. Dope music for Focalistic, but I've never watched like interviews and stuff. But like as he's like coming up, I think I'll start knowing more about him because I think like he's more like a newcomer. No?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
So they both are.
And then the last one, who'd you hang out with? I don't know if this is going to be easy for you. Who'd you hang out with between Mihlali and Lasizwe?
It's another tough one.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be easy. When I put it, I was like, it's going to be easy.
I think I'm inclined to say Mihlali, but I'm going to say Lasizwe.
Why?
So, Lasizwe has a lot to offer, you know, and a lot to say. He
creative wise.
He's someone. Lasizwe is very creative.
Yeah,
he's so creative. He's one of the most creative content creators I've seen in South Africa.
Yeah,
he's broad in it.
And like the consistency.
Sure, like he's been consistent. Yeah. I remember the first time I saw Lasizwe was on some Vine, those Vines he used to do.
Oh, yeah.
I used to see them on Twitter. I don't know if they were even
the 6 seconds type videos.
Yeah, those ones 7 seconds or 10 seconds saying something up every week and whatnot. And then when I saw him, he landed that Fanta orange advert thing. There was some advert, Fanta orange. I think that was like his breakthrough. And then from there,
I remember
there's Lasizwe. I thought, you know what, these things can actually take you somewhere, you know. Not that I have anything against Mihlali. Like I love Mihlali. I used to have a huge crush on him, but that's in the past anyway. So, but if I were to pick between the two, I would pick him, you know, because Yana, she looks like she's someone who's like quiet and reserved.
Mihlali.
Yeah, but although she talks a lot on Twitter,
and in her videos,
sure, but I prefer
Lasizwe. Yeah, and Lasizwe looks like he has that natural buzz, you know, like naturally amped. Mihlali looks like they need something or some push, you know, something to
like Lasizwe power.
Yeah, Lasizwe just has that. It's like wakes up in the morning, it's like, hey,
anything can happen
about you. And he's related to who? Kanyimba.
Yeah, Kanyimba.
And you can even see that.
I know.
It's like the same thing. So speaking of would you call Mihlali a celebrity?
Yes.
Speaking of celebrity crushes, would Mihlali, like your caliber is like Mihlali?
Yes.
And since you say it's not anymore, who's like your celebrity?
Chili P.
Who's Chili P? I don't know.
She's a DJ.
The tattooed lady?
No.
Which one?
Like she's light skinned with weaves now. Just look at her.
Show me here now on Google.
Do I have a picture of her?
And even if you
Instagram,
if you're listening, you can also Google her. I want to see her.
Instagram.
I don't know her.
How?
Bruh, I don't know why I don't know her.
If you go a lot to clubs and chesanyamas and whatnot,
you belong to the streets. you know what they say. People belong to the streets. You belong to the streets. I don't know her. Yeah, she's beautiful.
She is.
And how long has she been in on the scene?
I'm not sure. I've known her for a year now. I knew her last year. I think I saw her a yip last year.
Oh, she's based in Pretoria.
I don't know where she's based, but I saw her like DJing in a yip.
Funny enough, yours is a DJ. Mine is also a DJ. Tando. Mine is Tando, man. Like, yeah, I remember like where I first saw her, and like some, let's say your girlfriend will think that like it's kind of not cool to have like a celebrity crush in South Africa because anything can happen.
Sure, exactly. If it's someone from international, it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
But the thing is, if it's local, it can happen that you get to a point where you guys meet and even talk, and then who knows?
Because like you're still innovating, trying to like get stuff. You can get successful and like.
Well, I understand. It's kind of dangerous.
Girls don't like that. Yes, I remember I saw her at News Cafe in Rosebank. She was DJing. But I think before then I had saw her somewhere like before. Yeah, I think that's mine. Yeah, that's mine. Anyway, dog, thanks for this, bro. This was so dope. I didn't think we'd go for this long, but yeah, man, thanks for the show. I don't know if you have something to plug that you need to promote.
No, thanks for having me, man. I don't have anything to promote. If people want to find me, I'm on Instagram and Twitter at jxjx_23 or info Juniours Moremi. So yeah, that's me, man.
What about? I think I saw you sell ring lights and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I
sell ring lights. We have 10-inch and 12-inch as well. If people want the ring lights, I use them for my lives. All my lives.
And I also need like a ring light as well.
Sure.
Like when I'm going to like start doing video.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that too. So definitely you'll be the guy that I come to.
No, of course.
And is that your only side hustle?
I don't want to disclose the others.
Okay, no, in the pipeline.
Sure.
Also, like check out his article on. You say it's the rubies?
The rebus.
I chop it out the whole time. It's our tenants being
robbed of their rental deposits.
Yes. Thanks, man.
Thanks.
All the best, bro, with like your future endeavors. And man, God bless you for doing this with me.
All right, thanks, man.
Sure. Thank you for listening to the Square One Show. The Square One Show is the podcast about the journey. This is a podcast where we sit with entrepreneurs, visionaries. You can be in the entertainment space or even in corporate, and you just come and share like what have you learned like in your journey. So today we were joined by Juniours Moremi. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you are listening to this on YouTube, please take time to subscribe to the channel and share it with friends and family. And I hope it impacts you positively like it has impacted me today. Peace out and love you long time.